Drum roll please for my bullet journal for 2022, and here she is! Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to my new bullet journal setup for 2022. This gorgeous bullet journal is from Archer & Olive, and I wish I could tell you the name, but I don't think it's available anymore, so sorry. But anyways, it's this amazing maroon color with rose gold details, and she comes with a strap and a pen loop that I honestly never use, but anyway, I just think this journal is so stunning. So like I mentioned in last week's video, I designed a sticker sheet just like I did back in July for my new bullet journal setup. These butterfly stickers are available in both half-colored and just lined formats, and they are on my shop Miko Prints as of literally right now, the day that you're watching this. I love how these stickers turned out, and I think they are really cute and functional, so if you want to grab some from yourself, the link to my Etsy shop is always down below. Before I get too far into this video, I also want to mention that I'm having a giveaway for the holidays, and I will talk more about that at the end of the video, but if you want to see more bullet journal content from me and participate in the giveaway, make sure you go down and hit that subscribe button, that way you don't miss another video. Next week, I am uploading my January bullet journal plan with me, and I have a lot of special spreads coming and I'm really excited for them, so subscribe and you won't miss it. So getting right into the first spread in this video, of course I wanted to do the name spread, which is honestly the most exhilarating and nerve-wracking spread to make because it's just literally the first thing I ever write in my journal, and I feel like it always has to be just perfect. So my theme idea for this beginning setup is supposed to match the journal theme. Now I'm not doing any flowers obviously because of the butterflies, but I wanted to keep the maroon aspect from the cover page and also not quite make them minimal but very functional and leave a lot of white space, that way I can write in them later. The cover page is obviously vertically based, and I drew these little leaves inspired by Archer & Olive's drawings that I see literally everywhere on their journals. And that's pretty much it for the cover page, so we go quickly into the grid spacing sheet. Before we get too far in the video, I just wanted to let you know that there are chapters down below in the description box as always, so if there's a specific spread that you want to go check out, just click the chapters down below and you can skip right to that part of the video. I make this grid spacing sheet in literally every beginning of the year setup that I make. Honestly, at this point, I am quite used to using rulers because Archer & Olive journals are so convenient in that a centimeter has 2 of the dot grids, so it's pretty easy to measure out with a ruler. However, I just love how this spread looks, and it makes me seem so fancy to draw all the lines, and it does help to add the markings for things like if I want to divide the spread into thirds, so I just put it in here anyway, more for aesthetics than functionality, but whatever. I talked a lot about how I do this spread in my mid-year setup for 2020, which I will link in the cards and the description box below, but if you'd like a full overview on how I make and design and use this grid spacing sheet, comment that down below and I can possibly make a video or something to teach you guys. There is going to be a lot of fluctuating light in this video because it took me so long to film, and actually over multiple days, which is kind of funny because my flip through I filmed on a different day, but that's just what happens when you use natural light, I suppose, and that's just what you get on my channel, so I guess just get used to it. I'm currently using a Tombow Fudenosuke hard tip brush pen for all of the doodles, but if you're looking for any other specifics on stationery I'm using, the links to all my supplies are usually in the description box, and if you need something specific, just comment it and again, I'll figure something out for you. So the next spread, I usually make a quote page for the year, but I figured that I wanted to do a word of the year here instead of on the cover page, so I'm just delegating a small little box for me to write the word of the year. By the way, in a couple weeks, I am uploading my filling in my bullet journal spreads video, so if you want to see what my word of the year is and some other cool things for goal setting, just stick around till that video. This video is moving so quickly, so we are already in the future log, and this is where I usually plan out some birthdays and major holidays or events for the year ahead. As you probably know, if you bullet journal, most creatives only make their monthly spreads a couple weeks before the month actually gets there. For example, if I was setting up for February of 2022, I would only make those spreads like the last week of January. Therefore, if I had an event to plan in like May, I wouldn't have this spread to write it down in, and I'd have to use a phone calendar or something. So future logs like this come in handy when I have major events coming in the future that I need to keep track of, especially if I don't want to put them on my phone or something crazy like that. I must admit I don't frequently use this spread, but I do reference it when I am marking in my calendar dates at the beginning of every month, so it's definitely imperative for me to keep it in my journal. I'm only going to June, by the way, because if you don't already know, I do use 2 journals for the entire year. I just have so many spreads that I usually make in my bullet journal, and the art journal ones that I use only have 160 pages. So I will do another setup around the end of June for the rest of the year, and that is where the rest of my future log will be. I did make a mistake there at the top. I don't know if you guys saw it on that little line thing, but I will go back in later with a white gel pen and fix it. I did want to mention that there are going to be quite a lot of technical difficulties in this video. I lost some footage like twice, but like I said, this is a really stressful video for me to film, so I was kind of expecting that, honestly. So just like pretend it went flawlessly, okay, and just don't mention anything. At the bottom of this video, I wanted to include a stats section. Now this is very personal for me because I'm sure a lot of you don't have YouTube channels or Etsy shops you really need to track over the year, but this is a place where I can basically just track simple numbers for YouTube, Etsy, and my new Instagram account, which by the way is the Mingo Studio, and if you want to follow me, the link is down below. So at the end of every month, I just want to track the amount of sales, followers, or subscribers that I have. I don't really want to go too far into numbers, but it's nice to be able to track when I hit milestones and things like that. So this box is just a simple way for me to record it and look back in the future when I want to see when I hit a certain number, for example. By the way, in case you're confused, I will be filling out these boxes at the end of every month and not the beginning. And I had to remind myself too at the bottom there. So I'm trying to keep the decorations pretty simple. As you can see, I'm only really using the butterfly stickers and then the simple leaf doodles. I struggle really hard at the beginning of the year when I am making my spreads because I need to find that right balance between functionality and minimalism, but also enough personality that doesn't seem dry. I feel like out of the 3 beginning bullet journal setups that I have made on my channel so far, this is probably my favorite because it's a good mix of the 2, but you will probably hear me complaining about it being too minimal or too doodly, honestly, in a couple months when I come back and look at it later. Anyways, moving on to the goals page, which I am actually labeling intentions for 2022. Now this is an in-depth page. Let me take you through all the steps that I made in creating it because it was quite a thought process. I've been watching Leela Journals a lot recently, and she was such a huge inspiration for this video. Not only just the spreads, but just the format, the editing style, basically everything. I love her so much. Her goals pages are really inspiring for me because she likes to break down in detail what her vision is for the year, how she wants to implement that sort of thing. And personally, I think goal planning is just super important if you want to actually like grow and not just be, I don't know, boring and just like not do anything with your life. So the first section on the underside of the Dutch doors in the middle are basically where I'm going to have an overview of all of my goals sections. So I have 3 different categories: personal, content, and external. And that basically is divided into personal, which is just obviously personal, content, which has YouTube, Etsy, Instagram, and then external, which is academic and relationship based. And in those boxes, I will just journal a little bit for what I want my year to be in those 3 categories. Then on the inside of each Dutch door, I've broken them down into 3 different bars, and here I can make little bullet points as to little steps to achieve each goal, and then mark off on the bars when I have hit those steps, like kind of like a progress tracker. I'll put a picture here on the screen of last year's goal page, that way you can kind of see a visual of this. And then on the very back side, I have a how to implement section, which is basically how I can do things every single day to make sure that these goals are completed. For example, different habit trackers that I can make to track my goals. And then lastly, a yearly focus section, which is just a journaling sesh for the entire year. I hope that made sense to you guys, and I can go into more detail in the next video where I fill out these spreads, but I don't really have time right now because we're already on the next spread. So if you have any questions, just comment them down below. Just a quick thing, I love how the lettering turned out on this spread. The content ideas and period tracker just looks so nice. But anyways, on the left I have my content planning section, which is basically where I'm going to list ideas for different things I want to make on YouTube, Etsy, and Instagram. Before, I've done really in-depth pages like brainstorming and planning, but I realized I never really use it, and I put more of that planning in my phone or on a monthly basis. So I'm just making a very overview simple spread that I can reference if I need more ideas for content creation. At the bottom, I also have a milestone section, which I will fill in later. But for example, if I hit 2,000 subscribers, then I will just mark that there and the date that I hit it, so I can just kind of remember that little moment. Coming on the right to the period tracker, this page is 100% inspired from Plant-Based Bride. And oh gosh, I finished that so quickly. But basically, I just have the little dots and I'll circle them when I'm on my period. That way I can just track when my menstrual cycle is. So on the very next page, I have my quotes to remember section. And this is a new section that I'm adding to my bullet journal, but I actually spelled remember wrong. So now it's a quotes to reBember. So just pretend you guys don't notice that, okay? I promise it's spelled right if you just squint your eyes. And then on the left side is my reading tracker page where I'm going to track all of the books that I read this year. I am quite a crazy reader, and as of the day that I'm recording this, I'm literally one book away from my goal of 50 books in 2021. And I'm actually going to continue that goal and have the same one for 2022. So here I just have a very long chart and I have different sections for the number, the book name, my rating, and if I wrote a Goodreads review. By the way, if you don't follow me on Goodreads, I have the link down below. Honestly, everything is always linked down below, guys, but on my Goodreads, I do book reviews and stuff. So I am very excited for all the books I'm going to read this year. I was not planning on filming my face today, so just excuse the mess. Before we get to the bullet journal flip through, I wanted to talk for a second about what you clicked on this video for, the holiday giveaway. This year on YouTube has been really exciting for me. I hit 1,000 subs, which is a milestone I'm very proud of. So I wanted to give back to you guys because I appreciate you for watching my content. So if you win the giveaway, you will receive one paper-rich dotted journal, the same color as my journal actually, so we'll be twinsies. You'll also receive a Tombow beginner lettering set for practicing calligraphy, especially if you're just starting. Then you'll receive the full bundle of a Candlelight Christmas sticker sheets on my Etsy shop, which is always linked down below if you're interested, and a 20% discount on my shop Mingo Prints for all of next year. So a pretty good deal if you ask me. So how do you win these gifts? Well, the process is simple. The first step is to subscribe to my YouTube channel and bonus points if you turn on notifications. Then follow me on Instagram at the Mingo Studio if you haven't already, and comment on this video your Instagram handle along with these star emojis so I can contact you if you win. You can also get a second entry in the giveaway if you comment anything with the stars on an Instagram post. So there's that. I'm really sorry if you don't have Instagram, but I feel like this is the easiest way and safest way to contact the winners. But if you have any questions or anything, you can always email me with the business email that's always in the bottom of my description box. The giveaway will end in 2 weeks as of the day that I'm uploading this video, which is Friday, December 31st, 11:59 p.m. Central Standard Time, which aka is the last second of 2021. Can we take a minute to appreciate my timing on that one? Thank you. Okay. I'll announce the winner on New Year's Day in my community tab, on my stories, in the video going out that day, basically all the things. Hope you guys enter and enjoy the giveaway, and thanks again for an amazing year on YouTube. All right, let's get into the flip through. I really hope you guys enjoyed this 2022 setup. It was kind of crazy and a little bit of a rush. I feel like my voiceovers are always a little hectic when I'm making so many spreads like this, but I really love how this opening journal came out and how the colors match with the cover page and the sparkles everywhere. I just think it's super cool and it's going to be really functional. Again, if you want to see me fill out all of these spreads, I will have a video linked in the card and the description box down below when I publish it in 2 weeks, but I will talk you guys through how I fill in all this stuff and we can do some goal planning together. If you like what you see and want to see more bullet journal content from me, don't forget to go down and hit that subscribe button. It's also literally a step in the giveaway process, so if you want to win some of those amazing prizes, you might as well just get a head start and click that little red button. Comment below what your bullet journal is that you're using if you do bullet journal for 2022. Check out my butterfly stickers on Etsy. They're available right now, linked down in the description box. And that's it. I love you guys literally so much. I hope you have the most amazing day, and I will see you guys next week. Toodles!